Just a little update on my writer in residence at the Táin Arts Centre in the town hall in Dundalk. I've been there for about, I think, 6 to 8 weeks at this stage, and I've been more or less completed. I wouldn't say a total rewrite, but a substantial redraft. I've had ongoing discussions with Paul Hayes, who's the artistic director there, who's been acting as dramaturg. Paul has a lot of experience from drama and classical theatre, and he's been pointing out a few shortcomings in the actual draft that I have.
If you love someone, fine, but don't make a game out of it. People get hurt.
Yeah.
So my comment there is, does this statement hold true for the rest of the play? It doesn't. That's what I wrote when I just read that line.
Yeah.
And then as I read through, he very much gets into, as they all do, banter about shifting and all sorts.
Yeah.
And therefore, he's either lying here.
Yeah.
Or
so when he says that to Aoife, he probably means it, but then that's what he actually feels about girls or about love. He's actually is quite idealistic, but he has to play along with the other guys, even though he's completely inexperienced. My main character is a young fella who, owing to various sort of domestic issues in his own house, decides he's always going to tell the truth, no matter what it costs in friendship, or no matter who it pisses off, he's going to tell the truth. And he's about 15 at this stage, and you basically see what the cost of always telling the truth is. It's an old sort of philosophical question, which is, at what point does a virtue become a vice? And how does, if you take something that you think is a good thing to the extremes, it can actually become an evil, and it can hold you back, and it can disrupt society. And Paul has made a lot of very useful suggestions. Sometimes I would think of a comedy scene. I would think of a sort of funny way. One of the characters thinks they're going to do something in some funny way, and he'll sort of say, well, that's not in their character. They wouldn't do that. That's too light. So then you think of a dramatic way, and often that's stronger. And sometimes you think something is obvious, and he'll point out, no, it's not. Do you feel it's better if Brian had sent that postcard, or if Damien sent the postcard?
Oh, that's interesting now.
You see, this is what I'm saying, is that if the whole point of the film is that Brian pisses off everybody.
Yeah, it's probably Brian then, yeah.
And also it's the kind of thing he would do.
Yeah, it is kind of the thing he would do, yeah. No, it should be Brian, actually, yeah. Yeah.
I've handed in the second draft at this stage, and we'll have another script meeting tomorrow, so I look forward to see what the next notes are. I'm very happy with the redraft. I think it's much, much stronger than the first draft, and it really, as I said at the outset, it is great to have someone to talk to about your work, and also to actually have a deadline, which is great as a writer, to have a deadline ticking along, so you don't just spin things out or wait for inspiration. It's like, this thing has to be in. There's a human being waiting there. There's a clock ticking, and you have to get this thing finished. And I always find that brings out the best of me and stops the procrastination.